Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that hits a little too close to home for most of us: laziness. We all know the obvious stuff. You skip the gym, your body gets softer, you put off work, deadlines pile up, you scroll instead of sleeping, and the next day you feel like a zombie. Those costs are pretty visible. But there's a much deeper, much more expensive cost of laziness that almost nobody talks about. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's not just about being unproductive or feeling guilty. It's about the slow, silent erosion of your potential, your confidence, and your future self. Let me explain. The compound effect most people miss. We love talking about compound interest when it comes to money. Put a little money away every month and watch it grow. But we rarely apply the same thinking to our daily habits. Laziness compounds too, except it compounds negatively. Every time you choose the easy path, hitting snooze, skipping that run, delaying that important project, scrolling instead of sleeping, and the next day you feel like a zombie, you're not just relaxing, you're making a small withdrawal from your future. One day it doesn't feel like much, but over months and years it adds up in scary ways. Think about it. That skill you've been meaning to learn, a new language, coding, playing guitar, public speaking. Every day you delay, the gap between who you are and who you could be gets wider. The business idea you keep postponing, someone else is out there executing a similar one while you're still researching. The relationships you neglect because I'll call them tomorrow, slowly the closeness fades. Laziness doesn't scream, it whispers, and it whispers every single day. The real hidden cost, identity shift. Here is what really hurts. After enough time avoiding effort, something dangerous happens inside your head. You start to see yourself as the kind of person who doesn't follow through. You stop believing in your own word. When you tell yourself, "I'll start on Monday," and then you don't, you're training your brain to expect failure from you. Your self-trust slowly dies. And self-trust is everything. Without it, motivation becomes almost impossible, because deep down you know you probably won't do what you say you'll do. That's why so many people feel stuck in a cycle. It's not just laziness anymore, it's an identity problem. You've become someone who starts things but rarely finishes them, someone with big dreams but small discipline. And that identity is incredibly hard to shake off once it settles in. The opportunity cost nobody calculates. Let's get a bit more real for a second. Imagine two versions of you living in Europe right now. Version A, the disciplined one, wakes up early, moves their body, works on meaningful projects, reads, builds skills, maintains good relationships. Version B, the lazy one, sleeps in, consumes more than creates, stays in the comfort zone, lets opportunities pass by. In 5 years, how different will their lives look? The scary part? The difference won't be because version A is superhuman or worked 80-hour weeks. It'll mostly be because version A consistently did the small things version B kept putting off. The gym sessions, the deep work blocks, the uncomfortable conversations, the habit of learning instead of endless entertainment. That gap, the life version A builds versus the life version B settles for, that's the true hidden cost of laziness. It's not dramatic, it's quiet, one average day at a time. Why it feels so comfortable and why that's dangerous. Laziness feels good in the moment. Dopamine from scrolling, zero resistance from staying in bed, instant comfort from junk food or another episode. Our brains are wired to conserve energy. In ancient times, that was smart. Today, it's a trap. because modern life is full of hyper-stimulating, low-effort options designed to keep us lazy. Infinite Netflix, addictive social media, food delivery, everything one click away. We've never had it easier to be lazy, and that's exactly why the cost has never been higher. The people who succeed long-term aren't the most talented or the luckiest. They're usually the ones who learn to override that natural pull towards comfort. They built systems, habits, and a stronger identity that doesn't negotiate with laziness. How to start fighting back without burning out. So what can you actually do about it? You don't need to become a productivity robot overnight. That usually backfires. Instead, try this. First, start ridiculously small. Want to exercise? Just put your shoes on and stand outside for 2 minutes. Most days you'll keep going. The goal is to win the identity battle first. Second, protect your mornings. The first hour of your day sets the tone. If you start with discipline, even just making your bed and drinking water, laziness has a harder time taking over later. Third, make laziness inconvenient. Delete apps, set screen time limits, prepare your gym bag the night before. Make the lazy choice require more effort than the good one. Fourth, remember your future self. When you feel like skipping something, ask, will my 5 years from now self thank me for this decision? Fifth, track your wins. Not to be perfect, but to prove to yourself that you can be trusted. Every small follow-through rebuilds self-confidence. Final thought. Laziness isn't a moral failing, it's a human default setting. But in today's world, choosing comfort every single time comes with a price tag most people don't see until it's too late. Missed opportunities, faded dreams, and a quiet regret that sounds like, I could have been so much more. The good news is, you can change the direction today, not with massive motivation, but with tiny, consistent actions that slowly rewrite who you believe you are. Because the opposite of laziness isn't hustle culture, it's self-respect. It's looking at yourself in the mirror and knowing you're someone who does what they say they'll do. That version of you, worth fighting for. If this resonated with you, drop a comment and tell me what's one small thing you've been putting off that you're going to start today. I read every comment. Hit like if you got value, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and remember, your future self is watching.